Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta. And thank you everyone for joining us again for another one of our chats. And we love to have you here. And thank you so much for all your support. If you're new for the first time, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
And don't forget, if you like our video, hit that thumb icon to tell us you like it. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification so you'll be the first to be notified when our videos are uploaded.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to get going. So much to talk about. It's going to be a great chat.
Yes.
And today's tea is, ta-da! It's our boba teas. We went to get boba tea again. We're together again this week.
Yes.
And I got jamaicha, which is a Japanese roasted rice popcorn. I got some grass jelly in there. Gotta have my salted cream, which is a salted, kind of like a creamy top, which you probably can see or can't see, but it's there. Promise you it's there. We love our salted creams. And I'm gonna say cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. And then Gloria will explain her mega
Yes.
drink she has in there.
Now, this is a 24 ounce. They're the same size. It's just that sometimes because of the ice or the configuration, etc., different things happen. Mine is also a Thai, which is the orangey color. The green is the matcha. I am having a thing with matcha. And I also have the salted cream on top. So, cheers. Do you like it? Does it taste the same?
Yes. Yes, yummy. I asked for no milk, but I'm not really sure because on the sticker it says no NC milk. So I don't know. It does taste a bit creamy, but I just wanted it because I've got the salted cream. I didn't want the milk. You don't really need it.
Right.
But I don't know. Did they give it? Did they not? It still tastes okay. But
Hey, we're good with it either way.
yes.
You know, you've got to turn off notifications, so we don't know what's going to happen. You just got a message.
I did turn off.
Oh,
yes.
that's cool.
Hello.
Yes, we're doing our girlfriend thing. So, as you all know, Ellen is on vacation, getting some much needed rest before she comes back and does season 19. I am so excited to see this final season because if it was me, I would knock it out the box. All the things I always wanted to do, I would do. All the things I wanted to say, I would say. Because it's like, what are you going to do? Fire me? It's my last season. I'm done. So I hope it's going to be
Not
fabulous.
too much longer. We're at the end of August. Can you believe it? End of August. She'll be coming back probably after Labor Day. We'll see.
I know.
I'm looking forward to that. Final season.
Yes. So the first thing we're going to talk about is East and West Coast. Both have governors. Both are going through issues. So Governor Cuomo, who is the governor of New York, was the governor, stepped down. He's done. Prior to stepping down, he has always said that he didn't do anything wrong. There are 13 women who came out and said that they felt, he had, kind of come on to them.
Inappropriate actions.
Behavior,
Yes.
touching, all of that. So one of the things he did is he explained. He said, bus stops here. He goes, it has never been my intention to do anything wrong. He said, when I see someone, I call them sweetheart, darling. Okay, I'm of the age group. If I see a child, and even, when people come around me, I'll go, sweetheart, don't do that. I mean, it's just a form of communication.
Right.
I don't know if he was as bad as they say, because he said, I'm a 63-year-old man. And there are things that I do and say that may be deemed as inappropriate. It is not my intention.
Right.
So, he's like, we've got, we're New Yorkers. We're straight shooters. We got way too much work to do. So I'm just going to step aside.
Yeah. And I like the fact that I don't know. There's two sides to the story, but the fact that he said that this will never go away is the reason why he decided to step aside.
Right.
And I believe I am on his side because I don't think it will go away because there'll be people that still want him forever, which is why he stepped down, which is a good thing on him. I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong because I don't know how he acts. I don't know him personally, but I do know that you're right. At a certain age, you do say things like that, right?
Absolutely.
Darling, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? Even though it may not seem appropriate to that particular lady, but
Right.
I know where they're coming from.
Right. And even myself, I received an education once because I was helping a lady, and I was applying makeup to her, and I was like, this. I said, does that make sense to you? I said, sweetheart, do you understand? And she goes, I know you don't mean it that way, but I'm a lesbian woman, and I would prefer if you didn't call me sweetheart, because my partner's right here. And her partner looked at her and she says, are you crazy? She goes, you see that big man over there? That's her husband. She goes, let it go. However, I'm just a little bit more cognizant, and I'm sure Governor Cuomo will also. Here in California, on the West Coast, we are having another experience in that our governor is potentially going to be recalled on September 14th. That's the last day of the ballots. And the things that they want to recall him for, I don't understand. If you've got a view or an opinion about that, please comment below and let us know. Because, this has been a very difficult time. You are a brand new governor, and all of a sudden you have to deal with a pandemic.
And I think he's done a marvelous job.
Yeah.
He did. I think he was, out of all the states, he was one of the most exceptional governors that spoke on his word, did what he said he was going to do. He made things happen.
Yes.
Over all the other governors.
Yes.
So I'm really not quite sure the reason why they want to recall him.
And I'm not sure why they want to spend between $63 and $236 million in which to do it. We here in California, we need to focus and move forward. And I'm not saying that we just ignore everything. I'm just saying, let's just figure out what we want to do as a state, and then let's engage. Let's do it.
I will not be voting for the other person. Well, there's two other people, but one other particular person I will not be voting for. I don't know why they're even on the ballot.
I don't understand that either. That was another thing. I think there's like 48, the number of individuals who are, it's like, recall him and put me in his place. And it's like, who are you?
I think these people are just on there just to be on there, because you really, when push comes to shove, you really think they're going to do a good job.
Yeah.
You think that if they were put in his position during the pandemic, they would have done as good a job or better job than... No.
And I don't think a lot of them even today know how to run a state.
No. So we'll see. And I already know that he's not going to be recalled. I already have this sense that he's not going to be recalled. But everyone, if you're in California, please vote. We need your votes.
Let us know what you think. So, from one level of chaos to another, let's talk about Bachelor in Paradise.
Bachelor Nation. Hey, 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 everyone.
My girl is so happy.
Bachelor in Paradise. As you know, I'm excited. I love this season. I think this is the best season as to date. My goodness, it was 2 nights. And if you haven't seen it, skip this, pause it, or come back, or whatever you need to do. You don't have to watch this, but we love it. This is the only season that I've known history to date that very early on in the show, couples already pairing off. So many. It's not just 1 or 2. You usually get 1 or 2, for sure thing. But there's at least a handful of them that are together.
The bartender said he's never seen this before.
And here are I'm going to write, I love Abigail and Noah.
Yes.
Love, love, love them. I think they're amazing. They better not split. She better not be wooed off by some other guy. Because I love Noah. And Noah's going to do right and chase after her. He loves her.
Yes.
You can tell.
Yes.
He's really...
He said the person I would really hope is here is her, Abigail.
Yes.
And then once he saw her, he was like, I hope I get a chance to really get to know her. And they went on a date together.
Yes.
The first date.
Yes. And they're amazing together. I love their vibe together. He's brought stuff out of her that normally she wouldn't, because she's a very reserved lady. She doesn't show her emotions, and he's brought that out from her, which I really like. Then Jasenia and Ivan, I love them. I love them. However, I'm annoyed because they showed a clip from next week's season, and there she is off with some other guy.
Yes, and Riley.
No, it's not Riley. It's someone else. Another guy that comes. He
Oh,
looks
another
slightly
guy.
Asian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Riley was the African American guy that came in this season. This
week.
episode this week.
Yeah.
But you see Jasenia going off naughty because they need to stay. Whoever want to stay together better stay together. Who else is there? Serena and Grocery Joe still together.
Yeah, they
Still
survived
Oh
Thomas, which
Yes.
was very difficult
Yes.
because, I think that if individuals hadn't have had the conversations about Thomas's behavior, I think she would have, because he's 28, she's 23, they're closer in age together. If she could have felt trust,
Right.
I think she would have moved forward
Yeah,
with him.
but I think that I'm not a big fan of Serena, but I think that their what is it called, partnership seems to be working well.
Mhm.
So it's good. And I love this week's final date. Riley and what's her name? Marissa. Is it Marissa? Riley and Marissa. I loved it. I love their date. I think they're I'm telling
I mean,
you.
poor Connor.
But
With Katie, he was the cat, and I'm just watching. I mean, the date that they went on, Riley had no idea either, and they had foods like tongue and
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 what else
tripe.
did they have? Tripe, tongue, and other
Yes.
pig snout was
Right.
in there, the mix,
and they started talking.
Yes.
And you have to answer the question or you have to eat. And I thought it was very interesting that they both ate on the same questions.
Yes, they both ate on the same questions, and they're both daring enough to try it. And she's pretty. I like her. After seeing her on this date, I like her. And then, did you see what happens after their date? They go back to the room
Right.
and they do the deed.
Well, she
I'm
said, "I
thinking,
am one of the questions was, about your activities," and she was like, "I'm a sexual woman. I know what I want. I know what I like." And Riley is sitting there, and then they play the little clip, and he's like, "I love a woman who knows her own mind." So it's going to be very interesting. And one of the things I thought was cute this season, when they go away on the dates, normally they would like leave in the morning.
Yes, and
they
come back at nighttime. Yes.
Yeah, now they're gone for hours. And so the person that was with them before they departed, they're more concerned.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah.
Because when they go on the date, it's right there and then.
Right.
Like, you have a date card, let's go.
Yeah.
We're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah. So if you're watching The Bachelor in Paradise, we want you to comment below, who do you like? I'm really liking Riley and Marissa. I love that.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
And what do
Okay.
you think about Trey and
Trey and Taj.
Yeah.
Taj, or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Taj or
Yeah.
Taj or whatever.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah.
I'm glad that, I'm really
I mean,
glad
but
that
did
she
you see
wasn't.
what she said about Riley?
Well, she was waiting for him, but I'm glad she didn't get picked by him,
Right.
because my feeling is that it was all about lust.
Yes.
His big biceps
Yes.
and his muscly body. I don't think that would have gone very far, because she was acting like a fool in front of him. She didn't even know what to say.
How
She
to
didn't even
say
know how
hello.
to act.
How you
So that's
doing?
more like a schoolgirl having a crush, high school
Yeah,
crush.
not a woman.
It wasn't like a real, I don't think it would have amounted to a real connection.
Right.
And I think that her and Trey have a real connection, and he really, really, really likes her.
Yeah, he does.
So she better stay with him, because she's going to be doing the wrong thing if she leaves with someone else.
I love it. So we'll keep watching. Like Rosetta said, there were 2 shows, Monday and Tuesday. So if you recorded it, you got a lot to watch.
Full of surprises.
Lots,
I love it.
turns and twists. I love it.
Love, love, love it. Yes, we do.
So we've talked a little bit about, we both loved Alex Trebek, and his passing left Jeopardy pretty out there. Now, Jeopardy has a executive producer, and his name is Mike Richards. Now, Mike Richards, executive producer, all of a sudden, he puts himself in as one of the final hosts. I can't think of her professional name, but I know her as Blossom. I watched her as a little girl.
Oh, yes.
So
Yeah.
Blossom I think her name is
I want to say Soleil Moon, Soleil Fry, but that was Punky Rooster, so
Right.
I got the wrong name.
Yeah,
I forget.
but you know, she was a young girl. We watched her
Yes,
grow up.
yes.
She has a commercial where she talks about how people, you know, are talking about all the things in life and technology, and I'm actually a biochemist. I mean, she's a smart girl. I think she's going to do a great job. Now, I think the plan was to give her, like, say, the weekend show or something, and then he was going to do the Monday through Friday. Well, as we always tell you, be careful what you say. It has evolved back around. There has been some inappropriate and racial comments that Mike Richards has made, and it's surfaced. He's out.
Wow.
Now, I am on that LeVar Burton train. I'm a part of the 265,000 people who signed a ballot to get him a shot, just a shot. I mean, what he does on Sesame Street for children, I think he could take it to the next level for adults. We need someone that is highly educated and dedicated. I think LeVar Burton would put in the time it's going to take to make sure he was like Alex,
right,
that his pronunciations are perfect. And that's what we need. This is not a party kind of thing. It was also very interesting because I didn't realize this. Mike Richards, as executive producer, works for Sony. So this now makes Sony look a little suspect that you're going to let the person in charge of the chicken coop pick the chickens. I mean, they gave him way too much power. So I don't know. Blossom is still in, so half of the puzzle is still there. We're just waiting to see what the next part is going to look like.
Okay.
So I like you. We don't know yet. I just know that. Like Mike Richards was talking to a woman, and he was asking her questions about, like, so what does it feel like for you to have a baby? It's like inappropriate. Don't be asking questions like that. That's none of your business. So I know we'll hear more about this.
Yes, I'm sure it's all over the news.
Yes. Let's talk about our girl, Wendy.
Wendy, how you doing?
We
love you, girl.
Woo!
And we love that.
Yes.
You have a new man, a new boyfriend. Did you see that? Did you see the IG Instagram post?
Yes. So, did you see how he's looking at her?
He's looking, but it's a bit blurry.
Yeah,
the
but you
picture's
can
just a
see
bit blurry.
His eyes are just...
I couldn't even make out that was Wendy Williams for a split minute. I'm like, really? Let me take a closer look, because I thought that looked like, from the side view, I thought it was an Asian woman. So
well, she kind of, when she doesn't have on all the stage makeup.
Yes.
She does have sort of an Asian face. She looks more like her mom and dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw her on Instagram. It's been circulating the entertainment news. She doesn't have the old boyfriend, Mike.
Right.
He's out.
Right.
And he's given his approval for her to go and date other people because he knows he doesn't have the time to give her. And she needs that. So he's been really nice.
Right.
And she brought him to her son's 21st birthday celebration.
Yes. On the yacht.
The yacht.
That's the part I like. She was like, it's a perfect day on the yacht.
And the best part of it was, her little snap was, my boyfriend.
That's right.
Boyfriend. See that word, boyfriend?
Yes.
So,
yes.
hope there. And
we got a few weeks to wait. I don't think she comes back until mid-September before she comes back on the air.
She's going to air all of her dirty laundry.
Yes,
like
Lord.
she is. She's going to say it as it is.
Yes.
She hides nothing. You've nothing to hide nothing. And that's her.
Just
so
let it
we're
out
looking
there.
forward to seeing you, Wendy, and giving us all the scoop on what's been happening over the summer with you and your new man.
Yes.
So we'd like to know, but I'm so happy because you deserve a good man.
Yes.
Let's hope this is a good man for her.
Absolutely.
So we'll know as much as everyone else when they find out.
Yes, we'll keep you informed. I just wanted to have like a little, a brief comment regarding American Got Talent. This Monday was they've done 2 rounds where they've taken it from 12 to 7 or 12 to 5. So they've done 2, and then last night they had performers, and then tonight they'll take those down. I just wanted to acknowledge Simon's golden buzzer was Lady Bird. As we all know, she has been battling cancer, really bad cancer. And unfortunately, she had to pull out. So what they did is they called her to see how she was doing. Now, you know, before Simon fell and broke his back, he was a kind of mean, nasty guy. He had started getting better because once he became a father, something has shifted in him. He is no longer the nasty, arrogant buffoon that he used to be. He has a little more compassion. So he had his baby. He broke his back, which I'm sure his mind went, oh my God, I could have died and I'm my child. So we got to see another level of compassion. They're talking to Lady Bird, and she said, you know, I'm really sorry I had to pull out. I was looking forward to it. And he goes, well, we just want to know how. And he cracked. The mean Simon cracked. And he's like, and he takes his drink and he takes a sip. And I'm like, oh, Simon, we know you're emotional. Just let it go. And he asked her how she was doing. And he told her that they, you know, he goes, as you know, I have been in touch with you. We're going to continue to stay in touch with you. So, Lady Bird, we're sending our thoughts and prayers for you. We hope that you're going to be okay. We hope that, you know, it's hard. I've been around individuals going through cancer. It is so hard. It feels like you take 5 steps forward and 10 steps back. You're
so what was this? Because I have not watched American's Got Talent as much as I would have liked to watch it, even though I recorded, I haven't been watching it.
Right.
So what was her act? Was she a singer or something?
Singer.
A singer. Okay,
and she wrote a song.
Okay.
And her song was about her journey with cancer.
Oh,
it was. I mean, it just ripped at your heart.
Okay, now I'm going to have to watch it because I have it all lined up.
Yes, and that's why we're not going through the details, because like the little boy who sang the Celine Dion, he sang Whitney Houston, but we don't want to get too deep because
I saw that little boy.
Isn't he amazing?
I saw that. I thought he was pretty good.
Yes.
I have to watch more of him because I'm still not 100% sure.
Well, you know, I think it was 2018. There was a guy that was on, and he also did Whitney Houston, and his infractions were just right on the money. So there's lots of talent out there, and you know, sometimes people have to, you know, send even children home. However, we're going to stay on top of it, and we look forward to giving you an update.
We'll talk more about it once I've watched it. I'll have to do a binge watch of
it.
Yes.
Speed through it. So let's talk a little bit about COVID.
Yeah, COVID. Wow. So Delta virus hit us really strong. And in California, we were out there July the 15th. We could take off our masks, and we were able to go around with no masks, even indoors, for a split second.
Right.
And then they said, put it all back. We recommend you put it up because this Delta virus is very, very highly transmittable. So put it back. And if you're indoors, you have to have a mask on. And now they're saying that, was it just recently, they said that the Pfizer vaccine has now been fully FDA approved.
Monday, they got the final
Monday,
stamp.
Because a lot of people had been saying that the reason they didn't want to get the vaccine was because it was not FDA approved.
Right.
It was approved for emergency use only.
Right.
So now, which is weird because they're saying that they're hoping now more people will get the vaccine because it's fully approved. But as you can see through the numbers, people are still not, even though it's been fully approved, they're still not getting the vaccine.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what the reason is. I know a lot of people say it's my right not to do it. Why do I want to be injected by something that's going to change my There's some weird...
It's going to change my DNA. It's like, what?
Or have you seen some people saying, you put it on, you shine a light and you're glowing or something?
Oh. You're going to glow. Then there's the thing about the iRobot.
Yes.
From Will Smith.
Yes.
That if you take the vaccine, you're going to turn into a robot. Then there was the, if you take the vaccine, they are going to put something into the serum so they'll be able to track you. People, if you got one of these, they can track you anywhere from here to space. Anywhere you go. So there's all kinds of things. And, you know, like Rosetta was saying, the numbers are just, whew. So here in California, they are also, Pfizer got the approval for the booster shot.
Right, the booster shot. So if you've taken the 2 shots, it's 8 months from the second shot. So for me, I got my second shot in April. So won't be until December that I get my second shot. But hopefully we can all, I don't know if they're going to do it like the first people that get it are people that are probably in order, right? The ones that have the pre-existing conditions.
Well, the first ones, they're going to do the immune compromise, the people that are currently doing chemo or radiation, if people have HIV, AIDS, if people have compromised immune systems. I even heard they're like, well, if people are, if you have heart conditions, diabetes, overweight, and we all started laughing because people are like, even the skinny people got curvy during COVID restrictions at home because all you were doing was baking bread,
Oh yeah, remember that bread thing going around on social? I baked sourdough bread. Sourdough bread was number 1 on the list of baking.
Number 1. I had a friend that said, because I was like, what is the deal with the bread? I don't understand. And she says, well, let me tell you something. Drive by my house, honk the horn, and I'll give you a loaf fresh out the oven. You can take it home, and then you make up your own mind. And I thought, whatever. That bread was amazing.
Oh my God. Me and my husband actually did some YouTubing of the bread to see if we can have a simpler version of making it. The easiest version possible. Right. And that was even too complicated. So I said, forget it. I'll just buy the sourdough.
I know. I'll just go to the bakery and buy it. So along the same lines, eventually it will roll down. And while I'm grateful that they're doing this, I really, really want them to focus on our children. As we've shared with you week after week, the numbers are getting higher and higher. Most of the COVID individuals that are ending up in the hospital are either unvaccinated or are children.
The highest was children in some state. Which state was it? Was it
Louisiana?
Florida?
Well, Louisiana. 50% of the people in the hospital with COVID right now are children under the age of 2. Their little immune systems aren't at the level where they can handle this. So we really, really, really ask you, like I tell people, if you don't want to get the vaccine, that's fine. Wear your mask, social distance, stay away from me and mine. That's all I want you to do. You do whatever you want. It's just don't not get the vaccine and then have the attitude, I don't need no mask. You're a very unkind, unthinking person because your decision could kill someone. How would you feel if you were around someone who is taking care of like a senior mom, like my mom is 85, and you're like, I'm not worried about it, so I'm not going to wear a mask, and then you get COVID, and then there's a possibility I could get COVID and give it to my mom. My mom's 85. She has all kinds of health issues. That would not be a pretty picture.
And you wouldn't even know you had COVID. You'd be asymptomatic. You wouldn't even know. Yeah.
So that's why we want you all to just be aware and to be responsible as you can be. Government, they can have rules and guidelines, but let's just collaborate to take care of each other. Let's just do that. So, one country that's really having a bad time right now, and I want us to keep them in our thoughts and prayers, is Vietnam. I have had multiple individuals that don't even know each other tell me about how bad it is in their country right now. They can't even go outside to get food. If they want food, they have to order it and then they deliver it to them. They are not allowed out on the streets. They can't go outside. And they're scared because they don't know what to do to stop it. And here we have vaccines and people won't take them. So don't get to the situation where President Biden says, okay, you don't want it? Fine. Ship them. And then everybody goes, wait a minute. I don't want you to go there.
I know, because not only Vietnam, but Australia is having a hard time getting the vaccines as well. It's very, very low percentage of people that have been vaccinated. And with Australia, one person get COVID, they shut down the whole country.
Oh yeah, they don't play.
Yeah.
I love it. So our last topic for today is Mother Earth. What can we do to help the planet?
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a long time. This is not the first time we've talked about this global warming.
Right.
All the way back even before Gretchen came to the US, right?
Yes.
We've been talking about global warming with the weather, the fires, having floods like summertime, they had snow in Colorado.
Yeah.
Or whatever state they had, like just funky weather. But our goal was, I did some research and we did tell you that I wanted to give you some simple, easy solutions that everybody can do at home right now to help the planet. And I'm going to go through 3. There's a lot more you can do, but we don't want to overwhelm everyone.
You're going to baby step it, a little bit at a time.
Small steps. The first one is recycling.
Yes.
Everybody knows and heard of recycling. And when you don't recycle, it fills all those landfills. Yeah. The landfills and the harmful emissions that come out of those landfills. So recycle as much as you can, people. That's why we have recycling cans as much as you can, like plastics, paper. I mean, it can be, you know what really annoys me? I mean, for me, it's annoying because I'm confused. Right. But you go to some places, they have 3 waste baskets. One is recycling. Right. One is regular landfill. Right. And one is compost. Right. And I'm confused as to where to put them because I'm looking in the actual garbage can to see, and they're all mixed.
If people would just do what they're supposed to do. So compost is food. The leftover lettuce, the leftover bread, because they can churn that up and turn it into compost. The recycle is the
plastics and the paper. Yes.
And then when you get to all the other stuff, you know, a bottle of bleach that you finished, that is not just a plastic, because sometimes it has the little triangle on the bottom of it. But a friend of mine, she bought some bleach at the dollar store to do her driveway because she went high end, and it didn't have the recycle code.
It has to say what number. There's certain numbers that you're allowed to.
So that's where that goes. Yes. But what people do is they walk up and they go, I have no idea, and they just drop it. And then by the time you get there, it's such a hodgepodge. You don't know.
Because that's what I thought. I thought recycle was plastic and paper. Landfill is the waste, and then the compost, we know what compost is. So one thing is recycle, everybody, because it decreases the carbon footprint and reduces waste. That's number 1. Number 2, buy sustainable food products. Mm-hmm. And what does that mean when you buy sustainable food products? It is food production is a major driver of deforestation and loss of wildlife. So we have to remember that if we're eating a lot of animal products, that's what's going to happen. Wipe out the forest. Right? So we want to buy sustainable, local, like plant-based products. Right? Support that. Navigate away from meat. There's a lot of reasons why we have to decrease our meat production. But one is to do with the earth. But the second, because I'm a health coach, I know the ramifications of eating too much meat. Right. I mean, I still eat meat. I mean, it's if you're a meat eater, I'm not going to say you better cut that altogether, but there are ways that you can decrease your meat consumption.
And the other thing that I will tell you from, you know, my husband, he tells people, I'm a carnivore. He's like, don't mess with my meat. Now, I can get away with giving him like a little Boca burger because he can't really tell if I season it up right that it's not meat. So you can kind of, you know, work at it. The thing for me is that if it is a range-free product, that meat is so good, you don't need as much. I really do believe in my heart that the reason that the consumption levels have gone up is because our bodies are just dying for nutrition.
Well, the consumption of meats, you mean?
Yeah.
Because our bodies,
quality,
well,
protein.
we want that, but our body has been like programmed to want it,
it's been conditioned.
Being conditioned. But now, as you say, there's so much out there for vegans and plant-based products that we don't like. A lot of my, I mean, there's Beyond Burger, there's Meat Impossible, like.
I still haven't tried either one yet.
Yeah. Well, the plant-based stuff, right?
Right.
There's so much stuff, like I do plant-based cheeses.
Right.
And cream cheese, and I don't try and reduce drastically my dairy. I don't drink milk. I only drink plant-based, but sometimes it has it in the boba drinks. I'm okay with that, but I'm not going to freak out because everyone's human. But as I said, we want to buy locally sourced, organically sourced, and less fossil fuel used for transportation of these meat products.
Right.
So we buy away from meat products and more organic, locally sourced foods.
Yeah.
So that's number 2.
And also for me, even if I do buy the meats, I have started going to places where they raise the animals and I buy it direct from the farmer. That is something that's amazing. You know, when they start talking about the environment, and I never really got it, and because I was like, what are they talking about these gases? I mean, you just go out there and you pick the tomatoes. No, it's the tomatoes that's in the trucks, that's on the roads, that's being trucked from Utah to California. And it's like, well, why are we doing that? Why don't we just grow our own?
Right.
So some of that is because someone thought it would be better and more cost efficient to buy the foods from different places than to allow people to grow them. That's why when you're in an airplane and you look down and you're like, look at all of that empty space.
Yes.
Why are we all so crammed? So, you know, and they're like, but if they opened it up, they're afraid that it would get out of control. The thing is very interesting though, when I live here, so I'm in Santa Clara and I go to Gilroy where they have a plethora of farms. When you pick up a tomato, it smells like a tomato. You go to Safeway, you pick up a tomato, you don't smell nothing. I think that's also some of what's going on.
It's to do with how you grow it, how the farmers grow their produce and the chemicals they put in there. And that comes to our third thing that you can do is compost your foods and products. And what happens is you want to, because I don't compost and I want to start doing it, but I wanted to learn more about what it really meant. And decomposting organic matter like leaves, veggies, they even said tea bags, hopefully not the ones that have been bleached.
Right.
The unbleached tea bags, and then you put them in the soil, which helps the plant grow.
Right.
And it also naturally enriches and prevents plant pests and disease. I didn't know that. So it prevents disease and pests from attacking your plants, your food that you're growing in the soil. I didn't know that.
Right.
So for all you that have been composting forever, I applaud you big time, because I've seen a lot of people doing that. And I think that as a conscious person, Gloria and I want to start doing that, which is why we're here to give you all these ideas. So recycle, buy sustainable food products, and compost. Those are the first 3. So comment below what you're going to start doing, or if you're already doing it, what is it that you do? And give us suggestions of other things that we can share with everyone else in our future chats, because we want to be out there. Simple things.
Yes.
Practical as well.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So like we said, we had a lot of things to talk about and to cover today. We love the opportunity to share information. We are not about, browbeating you will do it our way. Our way is the right way and the only way. I think that is what has gotten us sort of into the situation we are now, where people are putting their health into the hands of politicians. Why would you ever let anybody tell you what you and your body needs? I don't understand. So we want to always bring you information and keep you attuned to what's going on. Like Ellen always reminds us, and we do too, we feel the love. We accept it from you. We send it back to you so that you can spread it with the world, because we need love now like never before.
Love and kindness, I say.
Yes.
Kindness is important, right?
Yes.
Really important.
Very important.
Really is, yeah. But thank you for that reminder, because Ellen always says that Take that love and kindness and spread it out. Don't just keep it to yourself. We need more of that because don't we know our world needs it?
Yes.
We really need it.
It really does. And, you know, when people are out and they're just acting out, I always look at people and the first thing I think, and I want you all to start doing this with me, I think, would you do that in front of your mom? Would your mom be very proud of your behavior? And if you say, oh yeah, then that's not a mom. That's just a woman that you transition through, baby. That's not a mommy. Because mothers care about their children to the level, don't be disrespectful. And all the young people who are running around, I've heard people say, well, you know, if old people get COVID and die, person, if God blesses you to live, you're going to get old. So be careful what you say. Our words are very, very important. So Rosetta and I want you all to just be loving and kind.
And mindful of your actions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, everyone. We've had an amazing chat today. And we want to remind you again, did you like this video, this chat of ours? If you did, hit the thumbs icon and subscribe to our channel. We'd love that support, and hit the bell notification if you don't want to miss any of our chats. Thank you so much, everyone. We love you, love you, love you. And remember to always keep smiling. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.